I am the governor of college football. Yes, sir. The mayor of college football, a.k.a. Downtown Nino Brown. Yes, sir. Welcome to another marvelous episode of Overreaction Monday. I am the governor of college football, and with us is a guy that pulls a lot of strings behind the scenes. The senator of college football, my guy, Mr. Dennis Noel. Also with us tonight is a guy that's super knowledgeable, part of the dynamic duo of P2P. With Nino, of course, we got Jared Boomer Sooner. Great. What's happening, Playboy? How you
living, man?
Hey,
I'm good.
I think this is the first time we've had this parent on the show. Am I right? Yeah, I thought I was right. So
maybe early days. Early days, I think we did it.
Might have had it, but I think it was like a fourth or fifth person at it. But I'm just talking.
It has definitely been like, it's been like 2 years.
Has it been like 2 years? So I'm
at least a year. At least a year. I'm excited for tonight's show. I'm sure we're gonna get into it a little bit. And that's the best way for it to happen. So, guys, no breaks on this show tonight. We're gonna get right to it. Who are some of the freshmen you guys think will be like freshman wonders, or somebody that's a one season wonder heading into the season? We'll start with you first, Dino.
Freshman wonders, you got to go with Decorian Moore up in Eugene. I think he may even have a better season than Jeremiah Smith did last year. Now that Evan Stewart's out, so he's definitely one that I'm looking out for.
Boomer, talk to me.
Sorry. You know me, I've been kind of on this weird thing, like players I really want to see like bust out. I was on this we always talk about Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith, how they blew up. Did you talk about Decorian Moore recently? Bryce Underwood obviously could do something. Obviously, Bryce Underwood definitely, he's got the money, the $3 million. But a guy that I'm really looking forward to is like David Sanders. And I understand it's not flashy, but it's an offensive tackle. But somebody's got to protect Tennessee's quarterback. And I mean, that's a big one for me. We got players that we always talk about, like going. Demetrius Samuel from Syracuse could be a dude. Like, he could play both ways. He could play, we're going to talk about this, the guys that will play both ways from now on, especially with the Heisman Trophy winner. Really excited to see what Julian Lewis does in replacing Colorado. But for me, those are probably my two biggest ones, Demetrius Samuel and Julian Lewis.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead, Dina.
I was going to say, are we going to see that now that you bring up the two-way, are we going to have a dude every single year, like this guy could play two-way, this guy could play, like, is that going to become the norm?
But not going to do it.
Hey, shout out to Nino, man. Glad to see he's in the building. Definitely we here at Overreaction Mondays, man. We're sending you many prayers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we will truly understand how much of a unicorn Travis Hunter was, but yes, people do it in high school all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like the best, player I've seen in person in high school, no one recruit in 2005 was a kid by the name of Derek Williams. They did not know where to play him in college. If people thought back then, and Joe Paterno thought back then that, hey, because I thought he was better at corner. He played corner and he played quarterback. His final year, he moved to wide receiver. But at quarterback, I would just see him every game go for like an 80-yard run. And, this is the highest level ball in Maryland. Granted, it's not Oklahoma, Texas, or Ohio by any stretch of the imagination, but he still was the #1 recruit. So, yeah, I think we'll see teams attempt to do it. I don't still think it's at the level of the amount of snaps. What was he playing? Like 85% of the snaps? Both offenses?
Yeah, easily, yeah.
Yeah, he was balling last year.
Yeah, so we'll see teams that are more comfortable with the idea, but it has to be a workhorse. What Nino say? Connect ball in that tight.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait for Koenig. If y'all know Koenig, Koenig ran a 10-200, and he's literally the size of a linebacker, right? I mean, he played linebacker, right? Wow. He ran a 10-200. So to him to get a chance to go back to the offensive side of the ball, and there's a video clip where he runs over like 6 dudes as a wide receiver in high school. And I mean, he didn't play small ball. He played 6'8". I mean, we do not play small ball in Oklahoma. It's just so clear. Even the small kids like are big kids. So
did you
Jared Koenig is going to be an absolute dog at tight end.
Did you hear the news out of Eugene about Dickey potentially being kicked off the team?
Wow.
I just saw it for fighting.
Wow.
I mean,
Dickey, that's crazy.
Yeah. Sorry.
You good. That's out off the press, man. My pick is Malik Washington, and the reason I say him is because I believe that Coach Loxley's job is riding on it 100%, and it's scary in College Park. There's a few cities across America that I'm really afraid for the head coach. I think in Fayetteville it may be a far gone conclusion unless Taylor Green just have some spectacular year. Same thing in Blacksburg with Brett Pry. I don't know if you guys saw what the AD said, but he said in order for us to get more money, we need to win, and we need to win specifically in football. So the sense of urgency is 100% up, and he said that's the way we're going to get money from the ACC. We got to win in football. So that right there told me everything I need to know. And I don't think 7 games is going to cut it. I think he needs to win a lot of games this year. So, but for me, it's Malik Washington and Maryland because Coach Loxley's job is riding on it.
Which sucks because he needs a year easily.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think can he get him to maybe 4 or 5 wins? Yeah, but I think for him to be truly successful,
right?
I think he needed that. Like had Billy Edwards stayed 1 more year. I mean, sure, Loxley would still be coaching for his job, but development-wise for Washington, I feel like it would have been way better.
Yeah, that's a good question. Washington with low leg injury, will it affect decision? It has to, right? A guy who's coaching for his job, you would think he'll have to. But he said he should be at a practice. He'll be at a practice soon. What's the kid's name? Give me 1 second. I was just looking at it earlier when I was studying Maryland's roster.
Because like that obviously will play a decision too.
Yeah, it has to. I don't really think they have a choice, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So much is riding on this season, and the Big
Ten. We're talking about Oregon and stuff like that. How do you honestly think Ja'Cory Moore is going to do? Justin Martin, dog.
Yeah.
How you going to do it? I mean, especially in Maryland.
Who'd you ask, Boomer?
Ja'Cory Moore.
I think he's going to ball out. I really do.
I think dude. Obviously, Oregon's offense is always going to play well, right? But that's just I'm excited.
If Dickey's gone, Stewart's out for the season. I mean, the next guy up besides him is what? Kyler Casper, and like it's a good fall off between Moore and Casper, and I love Casper.
Yeah.
I mean, Nino knows, but so I mean, he's going to have to. He's going to have to probably go for at least 1,200 yards.
We were just talking about Jared Koenig. Give you an idea. Ja'Cory Moore ran a 10.600. Jared Koenig ran a 10.2.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
And playing tight end.
Yeah,
playing tight end. I'm telling you, dog, I'm excited. Like I am super excited. I'm glad he brought that up. Obviously, as an OU fan, I really thought he was, a gifted player anyway. But I got to watch Teddy Lehman in high school run against one of my best friends. My best friend beat him. But to give you an idea, he ran a 10. I think he ran a 10.3 against my buddy Brontez, and he was 255 pounds, running a 10.300. That was wild. It was wild. Teddy Lehman was a dude, bro.
I'll throw out one last one. I spoke with Nino about this over the weekend. Iowa freshman running back, since we're talking our guys, Nathan McNeil ran a 1.39 10-yard split. And to put that into perspective, CJ2K, one of the fastest 40s in all of, ran a 1.4. So even faster than CJ2K. Jameer Gibbs ran a 1.52, Saquon a 1.54, Tutton a 1.49. So 1.39, that's boogieing. So he may get some gadget plays here and there. So
And then we can't forget about the kid Gideon Davidson from Clemson either.
Oh, I'm actually surprised you didn't bring up Malik Washington.
Mm-hmm. I did.
I mean, yeah. Well, sorry, I missed it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I brought him up.
I'm pretty excited about that one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. Yeah, I'll see him a few times this year at Maryland. So I'm
a little jelly about that one. That'd be a fun one.
All righty, let's get into the next segment. What are some of the toughest stadiums to play in by conference? Let's start, with the SEC. D, now I wasn't sure how you want to orchestrate this. Did you want it to in total, pair one conference versus another conference, or did you want to?
I mean, we can pick our top ones and then kind of bracket it off that.
Okay, cool. Let's start with you.
So SEC, I think obviously. Well, I guess I can't say obviously, but had this been 10 years ago, I probably would have picked Florida as one of the top ones.
Yeah.
But that one's kind of fell off. I think you got to go still. If it's a night game, I'm picking Rocky Top. Just no matter who's quarterback, I think Neyland Stadium is elite at night. Another one, obviously Texas, I think being one of the bigger stadiums, they make some noise there.
Neyland was beautiful. I remember when they upset Alabama back in 22 and the fiasco after that. It was
yeah. I remember. Go ahead.
It's crazy to bring those two up because I don't even have those in my top 10 in the entire league.
I know what you have first.
You don't?
I don't. Oh,
okay. I'm gonna pause. Now I gotta hear it.
Dude, if you ever been to Kyle Field, it's an absolute madhouse.
So
I'm telling you,
it could be good.
The 12th man is a real deal. I
believe it. It's cheers.
Ridiculous.
They don't do it for me.
It's wild, and I understand the cheers don't do it for you. But if you've ever been there, where your heart is shaking because the stands are that wild. Literally, the 12th man from Seattle has to pay A&M $5,000 a year just because they want to use the 12th fan on their jersey. Because, dude, it's wild. Kyle Field is an absolute monster of a stadium. One of my close friends from in the Navy went to A&M guy, and I was like, you know what? I finally got to go. I went to an OU game a long time ago. And Oklahoma's in my top 10. And I've been there. I've been to a lot of different places. But I went to Kyle Field when they had this running back. So he was a nobody. But he hits a spin move late in the game and runs it for 60 yards. And it was, from absolute madhouse to quiet. It was crazy. I mean, I wish I would have got to go to the when Oklahoma played Texas and then Alabama played A&M the same day. It was an overtime game for Oklahoma, Texas, and then an overtime game for There's a guy that actually went to both games that night. Which is crazy. Yeah, there's a video of it. He went to the OU Texas game in the morning, went to the Alabama A&M game that night. Has a video of both of them. And this has to be bucket list greatest things he's ever done in his life. That's easily number one for me. Oklahoma is top 4 for me. I've just been to a lot. But I will tell you, if you ever get the chance to go to the Swamp in the SEC, it's 5 yards from the sideline to the wall. So, you touching dudes hey, bro, you have to be. They have to be right next to each other just so they don't touch the fans. It's wild. It's super loud in there. For SEC, those are my top 3 favorite for sure.
Well, we haven't mentioned Tiger Stadium. I've heard
LSU's definitely there, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I mean at one. But I forgot my guy's name with East Coast Gridiron. What's his name? He hit me up. He's like, "Yo, you been to Cal Field?"
LSU's probably top 3.
Yeah,
in the entire thing. But for me, personally, those are my 3.
The ones that you've been to.
Yeah.
I like it. Anybody else we might be sleeping on? Of course, Bryant-Denny Stadium will be up there.
Right.
I can't think of.
I hear George is popping. I haven't been there. I hear Georgia's like one of the loudest stadiums in the world, but I haven't had a chance to be there. So
5th, 2002. I'm sorry, 2022. November 5th, 2022. Tennessee traveled to Athens. And you remember there was this thing where people were saying like Tennessee's going to win this game. Now, I haven't heard Athens loud all the time, and I rarely have to turn TV down for a college football game. It was so loud I had to turn my TV down. That's when Georgia played Tennessee. I've never seen that. Their fans were so upset at the disrespect, and people was on the Tennessee bandwagon, and that place was rocking. I mean, it was rocking. So yes, I've heard that too, and I feel like they're forgotten about a lot. But yeah, I've heard their stadium is loud too. So let's move right along. What conference you guys want to go to next?
Let's just go down the list.
Okay, so Big Ten. Let's start with you, Dino.
I'm gonna go Ohio State probably at number 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw Iowa at number 2 just because we talked about it. And going to Iowa, it's crazy. The fans have solely had them win games. I remember they played Penn State when Penn State was like 2 or 3 in the nation, and the fans were so loud that Penn State legit got like 3 false starts in a row because they couldn't hear the snap. And then I'm going to go Penn State number 1, especially night games, whiteout. That's probably a top 5 stadium throughout the entire country. So those are my top 3.
I like that list, and I'm glad you didn't have Michigan Stadium up there.
Not anymore.
I've been to one game there, and
it's like, not what it used to be.
Oh, so it used to be what it used to be. Like it was, and this was the year they won the championship. It was the ECU game actually. You were there too. Like the crowd, you could tell it was 108,000 in there, but you couldn't hear it. Like I heard it more when I was at Blacksburg. So I think the first one I'm gonna mention in the Big Ten is Camp Randall Stadium. Jump around is just one of those things for me.
Stupid.
100%. Like, I remember the Oregon players had to catch themselves because they was jumping.
Because they were doing it too.
Yeah, they were doing it too. So yeah, for me, that's one of the things. I definitely got to go to Kinnick Stadium. I want to see the wave. That's just one of those, the special things in college football. Of course. Do you guys think Penn State is as loud? Of course, the whiteout games are really loud.
I think they're top 10 in the league for sure.
Yeah, they were definitely loud the SMU game, but I've heard the thought that they're not as loud, other than the whiteout games. But they were loud to me the SMU game. I wasn't there, and it's surprising because there was a lot of people that went to my high school that went there. I don't know why I never went to a game. Like not one. So those two would probably be the top 2 for me. I will actually go with Camp Randall, Kinnick Stadium, and then probably Penn State. What about you, Boomer?
I think it's a phenomenal list, actually. I have Ohio State as number 2 for me in that group. Jump around's obviously wild to me. Penn State is number 1. I mean, I want to go to see the wave like in Kinnick. I'm with you on that one. I think it's one of the greatest traditions in football. I've kind of been with that one. I think it's so cool. Yeah. I mean, it's just an absolute. I mean, it's heartfelt. It's just different. But Beaver Stadium, wild. Like I said, Ohio Stadium, dude. The shoe is different. It's crazy. I've been lucky to go to one game there, and it was a close game, and it was a wild game. And obviously, like I follow my Sooners around, so I was there for the flag plant, and that was. You want to talk about some pissed off people, bro.
You were there for that?
Yeah. Yeah. I was actually going to see a friend of mine. It was like, hey, man, we got tickets to OU Texas or OU Ohio State. You want to go? I'm like, yeah. So we're like the 40-yard line. There's like 15 OU fans. I swear. It was wild. And they were like, obviously, we're losing it. Like, it's such a great game. It's 3-0 at halftime. Like, it's just a good game. The flag plant, dude. The fans were teared, like legit crying. And it might be one of the greatest things I've ever seen in person. So wow. Yeah. But
you talk about
you could hear nothing. You couldn't hear a thing. Like I don't know how Oklahoma played so well in that game, especially in the second half, because it's deafening. So for me, Ohio State's number 1 in the Big Ten for me.
You know how much that moment meant when somebody tried to get back at Baker Mayfield, like 3 or 4 years later.
Oh, bro, Bosa did the,
Bosa, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
that's how you know it hurts your soul. Like,
yeah.
I
Right.
mean, it hurts your
That
soul.
lived rent free
So,
in his mind for a long time, and
yeah,
probably still does.
I wonder how he feels about when he stiff armed for freaking 15 yards last year for first down. Just saying, little comeback.
That's hilarious. Are there any stadiums you think we might be overlooking? I've been at College Park. I can tell you all of the fans are
Dude,
drunk, but it's and they don't get as loud as they should. They were loud the USC game. They weren't really loud the Michigan State
you know,
game.
like those real like gridiron games, or like
Mm.
just want to see just hard nose, just
Right.
football. Northwestern, dude,
Yeah.
is they do not give a damn what's going on. Like they just, it's wild. Do not. I feel like if you're a top 10 team, you better be like,
Well, especially
we
with the new
coming,
one, because the fans are
bro.
gonna be closer now
Oh,
too with
really?
the new
Yes,
render. Yeah,
yeah. They moved them like 3 yards in or something like that.
yeah.
It's
Like
smart,
that's how it
and
was.
it bows in, right.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's
yeah.
gonna
So
be.
it's almost like
I'm
a
telling you, it's gonna
cape.
be cool,
Yeah, that's like same with Minnesota. Like no matter how they're doing,
dude.
since
Tough
the new
stadium.
stadium, they've been like the fans are right on top of the team. So it gets pretty chaotic the closer you get down there too.
I still look at like some of the players that Minnesota, Northwestern, those guys bring in. Dude, let's talk about Antoine Whitfield Jr. went to, freaking
Well,
Minnesota.
yeah,
Like,
Minnesota,
like
yeah.
his dad had just retired a few years
Mhm.
prior after playing with the Vikes. So
bruh, I'll never forget that. I'm like, this dude had like what 11 interceptions while he was in
yeah,
college. Like
beast.
that, it was such a fun. They're just a fun team to watch. They're terrible colors, by the way. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think that's just a weird looking
Well,
red to
and
me.
then they had
But
that one year where they had those three dogs at wide receiver, Bateman,
Mhm.
Autumn Bell, and I forget the other dudes, and where they climbed up to like 8th in the country too. So like,
yeah,
Their running back room is nice too with
oh,
Darius
they've
Slay.
always
dude,
A
been,
lot of people
their
didn't.
running
always
backs
been,
always strong.
They
Yeah.
got
yeah.
the kid AJ Turner from Marshall who had a good season
hmm
last year too.
Abraham was a dog, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
was
all
I
the way
mean,
back to Barber and
if he
Maroney.
don't get hurt, bro, yeah, 100%.
Maroney, what a
Yeah,
pull,
like
dude! Now
ever
what a
since
pull,
then,
bro.
they've had
They've
the
always
1-2
had running backs. You're
combos.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right
They're
about that.
deep.
hmm
They are. I like them a lot. A guy that me and D now know. D now probably didn't even probably realize, but he coaches for Minnesota. He's on that roster, so we need to go pay them a visit. He
Oh
was talking
yeah,
to me because I didn't even know that AJ
he took me
Turner.
to the woodshed. He took me to the woodshed
how,
in
how far? How
football.
far? How far? How far is? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that. How far is Minnesota from you? Do you know? Is
I
it a
could probably
trip?
get there
Is
in
it a
like
hike?
7 hours,
7 hours?
8 hours.
That's not bad at all. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna reach out to him behind the scenes. I'm sure he can get us there. All right, let's move right along. Let's go down the list. I really like what we did with the Big Ten. So let's go with Big 12. What's some of the stadiums that you guys first think about when you think about Big 12 football? Let's start with you, Dina.
I'm trying to think. Um, I'm not gonna say Iowa State just because
Mhm.
I don't think they fill it the way they should.
Right.
That stadium is built. It could be one of the louder ones. Definitely a top 15. But they don't fill it the way they should. Um, I'm gonna go Kansas State in Manhattan.
Oh,
I think
the Little
is
Apple.
is sneaky loud.
Yeah,
Bruh.
it is.
It's so
Um,
loud there.
yeah,
So
You
I
loud.
been
would
there
say
too? You been there too, Boomer?
I have been yeah, Manhattan's not far from me. It's like 6 hours, maybe.
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
know that. I didn't
yes,
know that.
it's weird. I mean,
I
I'm
mean, the
a big
schedule's crazy
Kansas,
this
so
year.
I like Kansas State
Uh,
because do, the there's a coaching staff, if you think about it, like that. Um, he had Bob Stoops. He had all the Stoops brothers at one time
yeah.
at
Zayden
Manhattan.
Fry
Bro, he had the
at Iowa.
Kevin Wilson, Fry. I mean, he had a monster staff at one time. I mean, it's if you look at that coaching staff that he had at one time, there's I think like nine coaches in that staff, and there's like 12 of them became Division I football coaches. It's
wow.
wild. Like it's and to be dude was a head coach, Dan Snyder, and the stadium's named after you, and you're still
Yeah.
coaching. You're a dog.
Yeah, the
You're an
stadium is named
absolute
after.
dog. Like
You're right about that.
It's loud. It's weird. Like they hate everybody, by the way. Like it don't matter if they're like it don't matter what school comes in. I'm Appalachian State comes, it doesn't even matter who they hate you. 100% hate you. Like that's when there ain't nothing Manhattan, Kansas. There ain't nothing in Kansas.
Oh, all they got is football. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
basketball.
It's actually one of the one Division One schools that I actually had a scholarship to when I was in high school. I'm old, by the way, so I had a 70% ride to Kansas State and didn't take it. Went to the Navy, but it worked out. Dude, Kansas State is crazy. Honestly, it's crazy.
I know your schedule's crazy this year, bro. But if you wanna, we good with them. So if you wanna make that trip, let us know.
No, I'm down. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun trip. Like,
yeah, we'll get you on the field, bro. Like we got a great relationship with them.
Really yeah, I'm down. That'd be fun.
Right. So what other stadiums stick out to you guys in the Big 12?
I'm gonna say Utah would
Utah?
probably be that
man.
Just because they're
gotta be
Kansas State. I mean, especially if it's BYU Utah week, like that place.
BYU Utah, both of them. Like, what else they got?
Yeah,
right, all three of those. What else they got? The Holy War. I want to go so bad to the Holy War.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Got to go to the Holy War. Like, it's absolutely, you got to be there. It's kind of like Yale Harvard. I want to go to Yale Harvard.
Oh yeah.
Like, just because.
I would love to
like, they be wanting to hate each other. I don't know. They fight with pens or something. I don't know, but like, I don't know what they fight with. Diplomas.
Hey, Boom! I gotta ask, how you feel about Boone Pickens Stadium? I know you've been to that stadium. Is it?
A lot of times. You know what's weird is
what's that?
Actually, state championship game was the first time I actually went there when I was in high school. Went to the championship game, and it was loud, which is weird because it's a high school game. And then went to one of the OU games, OU Oklahoma State game, and obviously they had Oklahoma, which we won that game, which was fun, obviously at OU. But it can be loud, but it can be super quiet. Really? I mean, it Boone Pickens is like Arkansas. Like you have the fan base. There ain't nothing else to do in Fayetteville. Right.
Those are the best cities to have football teams in where you not.
Bro, it should be like let's get it.
You guys ever
let's get it.
Game? No fans in there. There's not a lot of credential members of the media there. It's the same thing at UCLA.
Dude, Stillwater is crazy too. Like there's so much stuff to do in Stillwater. It's
wow.
Like party wise, like you can get after it. I'm so glad I'm grown because I'd be in trouble there.
You go miss Bedlam?
I am. Yeah. One of the I actually went to the very first Oklahoma. A huge stomach bug. I was sick. My dad was supposed to go with me. I went to the first OU Oklahoma State overtime game where we won in like triple overtime. And I'm trying to think the running back's name right now. Can't think of his name. Where he ended up rushing in to win the ball back and forth. I think it was like 5 lead changes, going into double overtime. It was 2014, maybe 12. I'll have to look at it.
Okay.
I was home. I was sick as a dog. I came home visiting. I'm pretty sure it was 2012. Almost positive 2012 or 2011. I came home and came to watch the game. Wanted to take my dad and not wanting to go. My best friend Josh went with me. But I'll tell you this, it was like 35 degrees outside and I was wearing a t-shirt. Like I was sick as a dog I felt fine because I knew I had like a 100-degree temperature. I was good. Right. It was so much fun though. I had these 2 Oklahoma State fans just in my ears, but they're awfully quiet at the end though. Yeah.
Joseph
that was
Randall.
A fun one.
Say it again.
Joseph Randall. That was probably the running back for
Joseph Randall.
No. Oh, man, I can't think of his name. He follows me too. I feel like a jerk.
I'd say like another sneaky Big 12 while Boomer looks that up, Baylor. Like I know they do like I know you're high on Baylor, where they do the freshman run on the field.
Yeah.
But then after that, like it doesn't drop at all. Like no matter how bad Baylor's doing, it's always loud.
It's a smaller stadium too. Well, a lot of the stadiums in the Big 12 are smaller stadiums. Any other teams you guys want to add?
It's like another one that like kind of like curves up on you too. So
there's some small game atmospheres. I know we're not talking about Group of 5 schools that I really love, like Liberty's Pyrotechnics. out of this world. They got flames literally coming out the stadium. Like it's crazy. And then JMU, I just hate the drive. That's why I don't go there as often because I'm season credentialed at both. The drive is you feel like
Toledo's is pretty decent too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? I gotta make it out there. I think you guys gonna be pretty good this year too.
All right, I think we win the MAC.
Let's move on to the ACC. I'm gonna start here. Lane Stadium, bro. I've been there. I've never been addicted to anything in my life, but that first time that I went to see a game there was Virginia Tech versus Purdue, and Enter Sandman comes on.
It might be one of the it might be the greatest entrance ever.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, like it's an out of body experience. It's like how you were saying about, I forgot what stadium you were saying. You said like it's shaking, like, and you said your heart was palpitating. Like that's how it is. And then one of the media dudes that I see everywhere, I've seen him like the last 3 years throughout the media dudes. He does camera work for Virginia Tech for the school. He's like, "Welcome to Blacksburg," and then like you hearing the music, you seeing the fans, dude. Like my eyes were probably like this the entire time, bro. I can't believe it. Nothing competes with that. I've been to Clemson Stadium quite a few times. It's cool, but it ain't that. I'll tell you that right now.
And like, imagine that, like when Beamer was there.
I got the running back, by the way.
Team.
Who was it?
It was Brendan Clay. Brendan Clay was the running back at OU. Ended up scoring a touchdown. It was like wearing like number 24, 21 to win the ball game in overtime. That's what it was. Sorry, my bad.
Nah, you good. You found that fast as hell. What you said, you know?
I was like, imagine Enter Sandman when like Virginia Tech was one of the best teams in the country too with Beamer and like
Beamer ball.
So not only like you're freaking in the zone with that, and then you see Beamer ball. Yeah, just not snot bubbles right off the bat. Like that's football, right? Like that's where we grew up.
Is he the greatest special teams coach ever?
For my money, Beamer ball was created for the way they play. For my money, yes.
Yeah, dog. Like it's wild.
Y'all heard what Shane told Frank? Because the Beamer Bowl is coming up. The Aflac kickoff game on Sunday. What is that? August 31st. He was like, "You have no choice. You're rooting for South Carolina." Like, he set a clear boundary. I'm trying to think. Doak Campbell. I would have loved to be in the 90s. I would have loved like when Ward done.
100%.
I would have loved to see what that.
Derek Brooks. My favorite player of all time, by the way.
For real, I did not know that. I'm a huge
Derek Brooks, my favorite player of all time. Yep.
I did not know that. Damn.
By the way, he's a monster in person.
Is he?
Like it's you feel like you're just an average side dude. You're not. He's a monster. And I'm not kidding you. And growing up, like I'm from Oklahoma. My dad was an Oklahoma State alumni. I'm an OU alumni. And I was huge Oklahoma fan, obviously growing up. But Florida State was my first dream team. Like I loved Ward Dunn. Loved Charlie Ward's one of my favorite players of all time. But Derek Brooks is legit my favorite player. Played 16 years in the pros. Never missed a game, by the way. As a starting linebacker, it's just absolutely bonkers to me.
He revolutionized a position with that time, but too, bro.
Here's this crazy thing. He loved mathematics so bad. His head coach, who obviously Bobby Bowden, told him, it's like, hey, you need to pick school or academics. He's like, okay, dude, I'm gonna go to school. And he's like, I'm just playing. I'm just messing with you. Like he didn't even think about it. He's like, my mom would kill me if I chose football over. And that just tells you everything about Derek Brooks. And my favorite player of all time.
I did
not. All right, now we know.
KT, obviously favorite? Tampa, just
right.
Boomer though. Baker.
Yeah.
All right, KT, who's your favorite player of all time now? Now that we know Boomers.
My favorite player of all time is Desmond Howard.
That's a solid number. Charles Woodson better. I'm sorry. No,
no.
That's my
I would agree with that, but like Desmond Howard was the reason I started watching college football.
I 100% get it.
Charlie Ward was one of the reasons I fell in love with it. But yeah, Desmond Howard I watched.
I'll say one of my earliest pro memories is Howard returning the punt in the Super Bowl. So
yeah.
Charlie Ward, and think about this. What if Charlie was now?
Oh,
he'd be a billionaire.
Like an RPO. Oh my goodness! And the shorter quarterbacks are becoming more and more prevalent at the next level.
Charlie Ward is what Lamar Jackson is now.
Yeah.
People just don't realize how good Charlie Ward was. But
yeah, I mean, he started for the Knicks.
Yeah,
exactly for 13 years, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right. He's one of the greatest athletes of our era, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Who's yours, Dean? I think I know yours, Dean.
So I'm gonna be a homer. I'm gonna go. Obviously, the very first one is Tim Dwight. I mean, I watched 6 throughout everything because Tim Dwight. But close second, my guy Brad Banks.
Brad Banks. That's my
Thanks.
Yes. I was a huge Drew Tate fan too. I think I told you that.
Yeah, I mean,
I said something on the show the other day. I don't know if it was accurate, and I have to ask you this. Mark Gronowski, he's your best quarterback since who?
He will be since Nate Stanley.
Nate Stanley? Okay, so I was incorrect. What year was Nate Stanley there?
17, when we took Ohio State and Penn State to the woodshed.
Okay.
He did too.
Yep. Beat him by 30.
He did.
Nine Iowa, favorite player of all time. Reggie Bush would be a close second for me too.
Dude, I watched Reggie, but I remember real quick, there's too much information. But I had a really bad stomach issue, and I had to take this medicine to make you go to the bathroom. And watching the USC Fresno State game from the toilet like this.
The cutback, right?
At like 11:30 at night, and I was on the West Coast. And I was like, on the toilet. It was wild, bro. When he stops, it's one of the greatest oh shit moments,
right?
Literally
ever.
Literally for you.
Literally for me,
Literally. Oh. So you guys remember Splitters? I know Boomer does. Dina, I'm not sure if you remember Splitters. So the only way you could have 2 TVs, everybody got double monitors.
Oh
now.
yeah.
So we had the Splitters. So this is a dorm room in 2005 because we all watched 2 college football games at the same time. So I was trying to explain that on my show. I'm like, yo, they're not gonna know what I'm talking about. They know what the hell is a splitter, bro? People don't know what the hell, dude.
So I think my would be another tie solely because they were on the same. Andre Johnson and Willis McGahee.
Willis McGahee was so cold. He was so cold, bro.
Had he not blew out his knee, they would have beat Ohio State.
He was so cold.
They would have beat Ohio State.
Dude, that team was stupid.
Oh,
who was the guy that played corner and wide receiver for Ohio State back there? Was it Gamble? Was it
Chris Gamble?
Chris Gamble, yeah.
Yep. Then went to the Panthers.
What about Galloway?
Yeah, he was cold too.
Joey Galloway was a dude.
I was like 4 or 5 with
Joey Galloway was a dude. I'm so old, bro. Sorry.
No. I'm right there with you, Boomer. You know who was scary to look at in college football? Ohio State had 2 of them. One of them was Eddie George. You remember David Boston?
David Boston was a dude. He was a man among boys. People don't understand how big David Boston was. He was who's the guy? Man, can't think of his name right now. Played for the Browns for a long time. He's
Josh Gordon.
Cribs.
Josh Gordon. He was Josh Gordon before Josh Gordon.
Yeah, he was. He was. You know who's big?
David
Boston
person, huge.
And I did not expect it. Josh Cameron. He looks like a middle linebacker. Baylor's wide receiver. I don't know what they feeding them boys in Waco, but
bro, they've been doing that forever. Remember old boy Sean Oakman? Oakman was bro, Oakman has the greatest
I need that visor.
Who's this dude? Yeah. Sean Oakman was a dude, bro.
How many years did he play in the NFL? Bro looked like he was made in the laboratory.
None.
That's crazy.
That girl ruined his life. Right? I'm gonna stay with this one. That dude would have. He legit would have been Mike.
Probably one of the greatest. Ends.
Yeah, he'd have been Williams before Williams.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, he'd been Mario Williams and Sean Oakman. That's what it been. He could have Mario Williams a career. I honestly believe that. Hated that dude.
He didn't get even to play.
Super athlete. Remember him doing like 10 backflips?
Mm-hmm.
He was that big and doing like 10 backflips.
That's crazy. Yeah, he was made in a laboratory, bro. I'm 100% convinced. Any other teams you want to talk about in the ACC before we go on to the next segment? Nah, we covering them all. Alrighty. So John Gruden stated that he would die to coach in the SEC. If Gruden, let's do a hypothetical here. If he were, to coach at the collegiate level, Would it work with some of the accusations on his name? Shout out to him. He is going to be able to take the NFL to court. Nino did send that in our group chat earlier. And what do some places you guys think would be a good fit? Boomer, I shouted you out on the show like 3 times a day because I'm like, I'm not going to steal this man's thunder. But he said something that I think that will work pretty damn well. So go ahead. You go first for this segment.
I've been on this one. If there's a school that needs a big name coach, just like UNC took Belichick, if Arkansas got freaking John Gruden, it would be an absolute madhouse from day one. I mean, you bring in better recruits. I'm sorry, Arkansas fans, and listen, I live in Arkansas. I mean, I live right on the border, Arkansas, Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you told me how close Arkansas.
I just moved here recently, and I mean, I've always lived right here on the border anyway. But I will say this: if he went to Arkansas, you bring in better recruits. You bring recruits that actually, one, you get to go to the SEC. You've got a fun. I will tell you, if you get a chance, go to Dixon Street in Fayetteville. Absolute amazing time. Food's great. People are great. Absolute party town. It's just a straight strip of clubs. It's like 32 clubs or something. But he brings them up. I mean, from day one, people want to come there. It only helps them. If booster, they got tons of boosters. Jerry Jones a booster.
Right.
Dude, how is Arkansas not good? Because they can't bring in a good coach. So
the resources.
That's what it is. You bring John Gruden in, and they're the bottom feeder, and I truly will say that in the SEC, they become a top 10 SEC school, and that's a big jump for them.
Wow,
truly believe that.
D-Now, what you got?
I got a couple. So, well, 3 now that I think of it. I'm going to start with Kentucky. I think if he went to Kentucky, because they're on the rise, like they're right on the cusp as it has been with Stoops. But you bring in a name like Gruden, I think it follows suit of what Boomer was saying at Arkansas. I could see him elevating that program to being a top 15 every single year. I'm going to go with the elephant in the room, Florida. I mean, can you imagine Gruden going back to a big school like that? Pipeline straight to the NFL. Wow. I mean, it'd be almost reminiscent of like how Urban was there before all his medical issues.
He's been to Florida though. You know that worked well.
Yeah,
he's a Tampa guy.
I mean, you keep all the Florida recruits in Florida instead of them going to Bama, Georgia, and all that. Like,
that's a big one.
Let's win this shit.
Yeah, he will win that
pipeline. The Natty. My third one isn't in the SEC. But their coach is kind of on the hot. What about a school like Oklahoma State?
Wow.
I think Gundy's kind of ran his course there. But you get a guy like Gruden in a conference that is up for grabs every single year. You get a guy there, recruit heavy in Texas, get some Texas kids to come up to Oklahoma State. I mean, they could become a power in a few years with Gruden at a school like that.
I mean, they could only go up at this point. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So absolutely. I'm wishing Jeff Lebby well in Starkville. I really want him to succeed. I pray they go bowling this year. Could you guys see Gruden somewhere like that? Are the resources plentiful enough in Starkville?
I don't think they are. I don't think you can recruit at that school at a level high enough to compete. I mean, you may get your onesies, twosies like we saw when they had Dak back in the day, but Dak wasn't even just a 3-star.
Yeah, it was development that got him.
Yeah. So
Auburn though.
Auburn,
yeah, bro. That would be a great because Hugh Freeze, man, he's got to win this year. He really does. He really has to. Especially
I agree.
Sticking with Peyton Thorne, and you had the ability to go get somebody like a Caden Salter. To this day, still don't make sense to me. But he has to win this year. Yeah, I would love to see him at Auburn. Auburn fans right now would just say, you know what? Go ahead. Let's hurry up, get through the season. Let's bring Gruden here. That would be a great fit. I think I might like that one. Florida and Arkansas, I like those the best. But
I think Jackson wins enough games that Hughes gets another year.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, here's the thing. If Alabama struggles,
but then if Alabama struggles, to go off that, do they make a call to Clemson and be like, "Come on home, Dabo"?
I think they do.
Come home.
I think where their fears was with his, he wasn't using the portal, but now that you can see, you can really construct your roster without utilizing it or using it, the way that he uses it, which is a weird way, but he developed players at a really high rate. I think they'll be more inclined to do it now than they were during that time, because there were still some questions about Clemson then. If Kalen DeBoer, things don't work out yet.
I will tell you this: they won't, because he's not willing to jump in the portal.
You think they wouldn't do it because he wouldn't jump in the portal?
Dude, he's too stubborn, and it drives me nuts. Dude, tell me this: Clemson, how stronger would they be if they had a top 10 portal class?
Well,
could we mess with them? Now. Could you mess with them?
Yeah. Well, now he's shown that his ability to develop. They
were 171st 2 years ago.
Yeah.
there ain't that many, dude. Literally, like Division II schools are recruiting better than him in the portal. So we'll see. I obviously he's a Bama alumni, so like that should be the call. But it would be an interesting. I mean, Gruden going to the SEC school. I think Arkansas would be the clear-cut favorite, because that dude's on a hotter seat than freaking my guy Brent Venables, and that's saying something.
Maybe the hottest seat we've seen in a long time, very long.
Yeah, he gone, bro.
I'm gonna send you something.
I'm here for it. Always here for it.
Check our group chat. Just breaking some more news for you.
Oh.
Nah, bro. This would kill me right now. This would kill me. John, are we gonna bring this up?
Might as well.
John Mateer has allegedly engaged in sports betting, including NCAA football games such as UCLA versus USC, according to Venmo transactions. NCAA rules prohibit athletes from wagering on NCAA sanctioned events. Sports gambling, USC versus UCLA, and sports gambling. Dude, ain't nobody actually putting sports gambling in fucking Venmo. Dude, I'm putting when I buy a watch, I put a pizza in there.
Right.
Like, I don't know, dude.
If this is real,
we'll see. I mean,
yeah. If this is real, that wrecks Oklahoma. Like
100%, bro. I mean, you already know how I feel about Hawkins, bro.
Yeah,
bro. You know what? And listen, I'm an OU alumni. OU's my team. Hawkins should probably play a different position.
Yeah,
he's not. He really could. Remember when Paul Thompson played wide receiver at Oklahoma and had to come play quarterback? And he's legit. Yeah. He's a smart quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but he was Ryan Tannehill, right? Mm-hmm. I will stick with this, and I got absolutely. Yeah, he went quarterback, wide receiver, quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, he's done really well in the NFL, but he legit was a quarterback.
I don't think it's a stick in court, bro.
Yeah, I don't think so either. By the way, though,
the image, I don't think
I got
absolutely
obliterated on X for saying Anthony Richardson is the NFL quarterback.
I remember that.
By the way, my man's still sticking with his 50% completion percentage, and I use this as my talking point.
Right.
When you're playing Florida State, and you throw for 50% in that game in perfect weather, in a rivalry game, I can't go away from this. I'm sorry. And I got obliterated. I mean,
you did.
Don't get me wrong.
You're on the right side of history, though.
The dude would be a really great tight end. I'm just saying.
Let's hurry up. We got 9 minutes before the show closes. Let's go ahead and get into this AP poll top 25. Coming in at number 25, we got Boise State. Shout out to Brian P. Brown, and I know he's happy about that. Number 24, we got Tennessee. At 23, we got Texas Tech. 22, we got Iowa State. 21, we got Ole Miss. At 20, Indiana. 19, Texas A&M. 18, Oklahoma. Shout out to the Sooners. 17, Kansas State. 16, SMU. 15, Florida. 14, Michigan. 13, South Carolina. 12, Illinois. 11, Arizona State. I'm sure D now is happy to hear that. 10, Miami. 9, LSU. 8, Alabama. 7, Oregon. 6, Notre Dame. 5, Georgia. 4, Clemson. 3, Ohio State. 2, Penn State. 1 Texas rounds out our top 10. Some of the schools receiving votes are BYU, Utah, Baylor, Louisville, USC, Georgia Tech, Missouri, Tulane. Everybody's high on Tulane. Nebraska, UNLV, Toledo, Auburn, James Madison, Memphis, Florida State, Duke, Liberty, Navy, Iowa. I made sure I got to it this time. Now, TCU, Pitt, Army, Colorado, Louisiana, Lafayette. Fellas, how are we feeling about this ranking? Give me something that you like, and give me something that you hate, and give me a team that's not in the top 25. That's in it. Go ahead, Boom.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
To be the man, you have to beat the man.
Mm-hmm.
And I will always say this: if Ohio State not being number one is an absolute travesty. I'm sorry. I don't care that what happens with your quarterback or whatever.
They are better at quarterback.
Yeah, they might have gotten better quarterback. They probably have the best wide receiver room in college football, far. I mean, the fact that one of your wide receivers, who could be a top 5 pick, ain't the best wide receiver on the team is wild.
Right.
That team is deep. They're so good. It's just one of those things that you have to look at. And Nino actually, real quick, just brought up a point about your post about.
Yeah, I saw that.
My man John Mateer. He was in college football in 2022. So
yeah, he was.
Was he?
That was his first year at Washington.
Yeah, freshman year.
He was a freshman.
Yeah. He barely played, but yeah, he was there.
So, like I said, to be the man, you got to beat the man. I think Ohio State should be number 1. Hate to say this, I think Oklahoma should be number 20. They just weren't good enough to be in that aspect. There are some guys I'm sorry, I cannot put Illinois in the top 12. I just can't do it right now. I don't think they're deep enough to be there. I think Miami's there because they're quarterback. That's the only reason they're top 10. They put him there. That dude already fumbled.
Trader's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. They're not. But I mean, are they top 3 team in the ACC?
Not in my opinion.
No, probably not.
So, I mean,
but I've been there. I've been there. How y'all feel about Tennessee? Tennessee is not in my top 25.
They're not my top 25.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry.
Top 25.
I mean, I'm not worried. Honestly, I'm not worried about going to Tennessee as an Oklahoma fan and playing this year. And that's saying something because it's at Tennessee.
Right.
So that's an issue. I think Texas Tech should be moved way up, by the way. Their schedule is
one of the easiest ones. Yeah.
Bro, they're going to be a top 10 team by week 7 because they're probably going to be 7-0.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'll see. Well, that's my take. I love seeing SMU like in the top 25. Props. So
yeah, I mean, I'm with you.
I also think LSU's way ahead of Alabama. Just so we're clear, LSU's scary as shit to me.
That wide receiver is one of the top 5 wide receiver rooms in the country.
Dude, their court, like John Nussbauer's the dude.
Yeah.
He's QB2 for me as of right now. So yeah,
he's legit.
I mean,
I'm with you.
I have him over arguably every quarterback playing in front of him in the top 8. So
I got Cade as number 1.
We'll see.
No, yeah,
we're gonna find out.
But like I said, I have him way ahead of that. I mean, Notre Dame's running back.
Yeah,
Notre Dame might have the best running back in football.
Oh yeah. Love and Price 1-2 combo. I'm with you. I agree. Ohio State. The reason
I saw your post, so I knew when he said that you were.
Blows my mind that you can't have the defending champ be number 1. I mean, Texas is only number 1 because the Arch Manning effect in my eyes.
Right.
Arizona State. I have them as a top 10 team. Spoiler alert, they're a top 5 team for me because they're returning almost everyone. I mean, they made it as far without Jordan Tyson, and he's coming back. Their running back room may be even better than it was with Scatabo because they have two.
Cam was a dude though.
Oh, he was.
And they got a hell of a ball
other guy. Yeah. Oh yeah, Dillingham.
Fiery. I love Clifford Dillingham.
Michigan is too high in my book.
I agree with that.
I wouldn't have a problem if they were 20 to 25, just because I think they have an elite defense. But to have them 14 when that offense is pretty questionable. Florida is too low. I think they should be a fringe top 10 team. And then I said it last week. I'll say it this week. No G5 love kind of irritates me. There are more teams in the G5 that should potentially be high. Like, I wouldn't have a problem if Boise was a top 20 team. But looking at this, I think Toledo could sniff the top 25. I think Navy could sniff the top 25, or it should be in the top 25.
Yeah, Navy's real deal.
Army should even be in the top 25. Yes, I know they're losing Daly, future president in my eyes, but I think Monken is an elite head coach.
Elite.
And they should be a top 25 team. And then even James Madison could be a fringe top 25 team with Barnett if he's healthy. So I know there's two conferences that run college football, but some of these G5 teams could easily be a top 25 team.
Baylor, for sure.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be brought up, but Baylor's a deal. Like, they're going to be good.
You said it for me. Yeah, I'm all in with Baylor, 100%. So you mentioned that for me. I don't know where I'm at with SMU this year. I feel very uneasy about them. I think that Penn State tape, I think it was hard for ACC schools because a lot of teams run the RPO, but Rhett Lashley's rendition of the RPO includes a lot of read properties. That's the way that you're going to see Tim Lester run it this year with Iowa and Mark Gronowski. So I think it's difficult to stop, but Penn State showed how to slow it down. So I think that tape is out there. I'm not rooting for a sophomore slump, but I believe there will be a sophomore slump. They went 8-0 in the ACC last year. That's incredible. Yeah. Inaugural season. I just don't see that happening again. I don't. I don't. So they fringe top 25 team. I'm not sure if they're a top 25 team. Boomer, I know you said you would move Oklahoma down. I am really high on you guys this year. I actually have you in one of the biggest user dynasty that I am. I have Oklahoma. I actually got a big game tonight. And if I win at 11:30, I'll be in the playoffs. So I got to win.
You know I'm rooting for my team, but they might have the best front four in depth-wise in college football.
That boy Burks is real.
Bro, that front four is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the fact that David Stone is legit 5-star and could be number 2.
That's crazy.
Is wild. David Stone's he's a freak athlete, and he could be second on that depth chart, which tells you everything about how deep they are. He's going to rotate, obviously, but
how do you guys feel about Texas A&M? What are your expectations? Like, I want them to be good. I can see it happening, a little bit with Colin Klein. They got Casey Concepcion, Marcel Reed. What type of growth does he have? But the SEC gauntlet is so rough. Like, are they a top 25 team in you guys' opinion?
I don't have them as a top 25.
I mean, it would be better for A&M to be 26. You know what I mean?
It will be. That makes a lot of sense.
Because we all know, we will never get rid of the Appalachian State game.
No,
it's just not going to happen.
Mm-mm.
I mean, Appalachian State's the legit giant killer of the divisional football.
Yeah, they are.
It's awesome, to be honest with you. There's been, Michigan, obviously one of the greatest, block kicks ever come into A&M, beat North Carolina. Yeah. I mean, they're the giant killer, but that's the thing is, you want them to be good. They might be one of the most overrated football teams in college football history, year in and year out. And it sucks because, like I said, stadium-wise, elite.
So you guys both think right now Ohio State is the best team in college football?
Yeah.
Match them up against anybody?
I think I picked Ohio State last year to win it on our first UTP.
I did.
Yeah. Now you were there, D. Now, but me and you were just looking at what Ole Miss was able to do in a portal win. that one hurt my soul.
Yeah, I wasn't a Mizzou fan last year at all, but Nina was in. But Texas Tech is that way this year, right? Texas Tech has dude. They could run it, but when they run into somebody worth it, what's going to happen?
All right, now that we're on that, before we end this,
yeah, I'm about to say I know you're get out.
Who's your picks to win the whole thing? Yep.
Right now.
Right now.
I'm gonna do this.
Plant your flag.
I'm gonna do this next week on my show. I'm planting my flag. I've been back and forth with Clemson and Penn State. I'm planting my flag right now. Penn State is going to win it all this year. I like the coordinators. Love the defense. If Andy Kotelnicki,
are they playing Clemson in the finals?
I don't know. It could happen. I don't know how it shape up. That's the only thing. So I'm gonna do my bracket next week though. And I'll make sure I give you guys a fillable one as well, and we can all.
I'm gonna stay with this, and I think Oklahoma stays undefeated until they play Texas. If they beat Texas, it's a wrap. They run the table.
Oklahoma's your pick.
Yeah. So if they beat Texas, like I said, they're going undefeated the first 6 games. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't like it's a first 5 games is nothing. If they beat Texas, and it's obviously huge if they beat Texas, they run the table. Because I ain't worried about playing, Auburn and Auburn. I ain't playing the last game of the season. They play LSU at LSU, which, bruh, that'd be ridiculous. But I think Oklahoma loses to Ohio State in the finals.
Okay, I like that.
So I'll plant my flag. I think my finals is going to be, man, I'm down to 3 teams the more I look at it. I'm going to go LSU versus Notre Dame in the finals.
Wow, that'd be a really interesting game.
And I think
both teams know each other really well.
Yeah, the Brian Kelly Bowl.
Yeah.
I think this is the year Brian Kelly wins one. As much shit as I've given him over the last couple of weeks, man. LSU.
Like I said, he's the greatest college football coach not to win a championship.
The more I think about it, like what they have, their defense is returning a lot of people. That wide receiver room is a top 5. Nussmeier being one. Dunham is only a sophomore and could arguably be a top 10 running back in the country.
Yes.
That team's pretty stacked. So I think this may be the year Brian Kelly finally gets over the hump and wins one. So I'm going LSU.
Be a sneaky addition for that team. I like LSU too. I just don't trust Brian Kelly. But
I know I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
but
the battle of Death Valley is gonna tell me all I need to know. Even though it's early in the season, it's a lot more to make up. I will see how they prepare for that game because they haven't won a week 1 game since he's been there.
Yeah.
So I know we all got to run, man. Great show. I truly enjoyed this, man. We definitely got to do this next week. As I always like to say, there are no more victories in the sport that is survive and advance. That's why college football has the greatest regular season. And until next time, you all take care, and we'll see you all next Monday. I always struggle to find this daggone video. Here we go. We out. Yes, sir. Today I am the governor of college football. Yes, sir. Mayor of college football, a.k.a. Downtown Nino Brown.